Hello, my name is Orion from TCG FlightSchool. We want to invite you to follow along as myself and my trading partner Jordan learn and apply technical analysis on our journey towards profitability. If you'd like to join in on the discussion and learn technical analysis with us, check out our Facebook group, TCG FlightSchool, for more information and content. We hope you enjoy our daily trade recaps and technical analysis videos. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's get on with the technicals. Alright, hey guys, how's it going? So it is Monday in the States. Obviously, happy Memorial Day to everyone and everyone that served. In Canada, though, the markets were open, so we were able to trade. So a lot of people know that I took a position in RTI. I took 1,000 shares on Thursday for 71 cents. So I got in, where did I get in? I got in around here, 71 cents. We had a little dip. Then we pop back up to do a stronger close at the end of day. And then the next day on Friday, we kind of rode along and then we pushed up for a nice close towards the end of day Friday. So I anticipated a gap up. We ended up having our gap up move here up to 82 cents in the morning. I watched the level 2 and I sold my shares at 79 cents and jumped out. So obviously it's not a huge win. It was $80 minus commissions, but really, it didn't do much for the day. I left a few cents on the table, but I was able to anticipate that it was quite crowded. And as you can see in the first 15 minutes, you have equal pressure, equal wicks on both sides of this candle, right? So that's showing equal selling and equal buying pressure and a bit of hesitation in the market. And we ended up having consolidation throughout the rest of the day, kind of along this 80-cent magnet mark, with a little bit of a push up to 82 at the end of the day, but still couldn't break the high of day. So when I look at it on the daily chart, I got a couple different levels that I'm watching here. So 83 cents I see over here as a top. That is a pretty major resistance point in my eyes. 80 cents will be the next one, will be the high of this candle, and then 92 cents, over 92 cents is a blue sky breakout. So blue sky breakout, there is no known resistance points after that, and anything can happen. If the bulls come in, we could get in some serious rushes. If there was any sort of short interest on this, we would start to see some squeezes, and maybe we would see a short squeeze to the upside. But all speculation. All we can do for now is just look at the charts and watch the price action as it plays out. So I will be bullish on this again tomorrow, over 83 cents, with a possible move up to 88 and beyond. But other than that, I will keep an eye on it, and I would like to get entry on a pullback to possibly 75 cents, where we put in the two highs of these candles. So I'll just flip back to the chart real quick so you can have a look. And I've got my 70-cent mark right here, which was kind of the high close of Friday. So I'd like to see a pullback here. That's where I'd grab some entry, or even down here at 73 cents where we put in a nice top with some higher lows. So that's RTI. I'm currently out of the position now, but I will be watching it because I think it's a good play, especially with its kind of joint venture going on with ACB, and it's got some news coming out on the 31st. Next, we are going to look at CNZ, Canadian Zeolite. This made an unexpected move today after it being caught in a pretty significant downtrend with consolidation kind of forming over the last 2 months. So pretty significant downtrend from the high, obviously consolidation, but consolidation to the downside. Now we get a little extended on these moving averages. We tightened up again a bit, and then we kind of put in a couple of tops here at 63 cents, and then we had a waterfall off down to 48 cents. Sorry, this is a little crowded here just because these are my markings on my intraday chart. So we had the waterfall washout down to 48 cents. But today we had very favorable news, and we popped up right out of the gate, small gap up, and then it was off to the races. This is the 15-minute chart. I will tighten it. I'll go on the 5-minute chart so you can see where there were some entries. One of the members in the chat room mentioned that this around 53 cents. I didn't really look at it then. I was just kind of busy with work. It was Monday. By the time I ended up looking at it, it had already launched and broken over that 63 cent mark, and it was off to the races again. Hesitation around 71 cents, and then a close at the high of 79. So I would be looking for entry on any sort of little pullback here, and then possible move back up to 83 and over 83. And I would bail out. My other entry I was looking for today would have been around 60 cents. When we came in here, we put in the top of 60 cents. That's right, we put in the top of 60 cents. We were watching it, and we were looking for a pullback down into this 57 region. and we ended up only pulling down to 60 cents, and then we launched off after that. So that's where we missed our entry there today. It is what it is. RSI riding along that high line, we got a little bit overbought, and then we ended up selling off a little bit, had a little bit of consolidation down to the moving average, and then we've taken off into this kind of higher range RSI on the 5 minutes. So gonna watch Canadian Zeolite, look for some sort of pullback with entry. I can't take much shares. I only got $1,000 free capital right now because I'm still tied up in CHV. I did take on another 2,000 shares on Friday at 21.5 cents. So now my position is 8,000 shares in CHV, Canada House Wellness Group, or whatever it's called. So I will be watching that for some possible license catalyst news coming in the future. I really like the low of that stock, and I will hold on to it then. Until then, one other thing I've been looking at as well is Bitcoins. I would love to get into the Bitcoin trading, but I don't have enough cash to just set up a new account and start trading Bitcoins on a Kraken or Quadriga exchange. So I am watching NetSense. A couple of our traders in the chat room have been playing NetSense. Some of them have done well. Some of them are holding positions because they got in on this hype. So we're going to watch some consolidation here now for a bit. I noticed that we're kind of consolidating off of this big move here, putting in a nice floor, and then we started putting a little bit of higher lows, some tops and some lower highs. So we'll see where this plays out over the next maybe day or two. Looking at it on the 1 day, we're really putting in a nice big flagpole with a slight pennant formation. Obviously, it's not perfect. It's not a perfect flag. It's not a perfect pennant, but we are seeing the higher lows and lower highs of consolidation, and we have a nice inside. Actually, you can't look at this one. This candle, for some reason, is showing, I guess it would be tomorrow's candle. It's 11:15 Pacific Standard Time here, so this is showing tomorrow's candle for some reason. It shouldn't be there, so ignore that. So if we look at this candle, we have a low of 32 and a low of 32, so a double bottom with two higher lows. So we'll watch this. I would take some sort of an entry around here at 35 cents, definitely with a stop loss at 31 cents. I would be bailing out as soon as I saw the 32s getting bought up on the bid. So that's kind of my strategy for my stop losses. Is I'll watch the bid. When the bid starts disappearing, I will make my split decision there to get out. But already have had my plan in place for my stop loss, but I'll just watch it to make sure no big buying power comes in. Asks don't get slapped right at the last second. I would personally like to be the last bid, if not even sacrifice one more penny just to confirm the drop. Sometimes it's good to leave a couple extra pennies on the table, and you don't want to hit your stop loss and then it turns around and launches right away. There's nothing worse than that, but you also need to protect your capital. So there's a couple ways to look at it. Make sure you have your trading plan in place, and then you can assess in the moment as long as you have the right tools for the job, i.e. real-time data in way of level 2, I find is the best. So that's what I got. I'm going to be watching this NetSense, which is linked to Bitcoin directly. Everybody has heard the Bitcoin cryptocurrency hype. I'm going to try and get it into charting Bitcoin and Ethereum a little more in the future, but because I'm not trading it, my interest is not quite there. But I do feel that I should probably touch on some of the videos and some standpoints, because I know some people in our trading chat rooms are starting to trade the cryptocurrencies, and they're the new thing. They're the new MJ stocks, the new hype. The money is flowing over there. I wish I had a little more capital to get into it, but if I can trade one of these kind of sub stocks that are following it, that are not on the OTC, NetSense is Canadian. The Canadian Stock Exchange, or CSE, Canadian Securities Exchange. So I don't want to trade OTC stocks. I have a non-biased thing to them, but it's not my cup of tea. I've heard some horror stories, so I'm just going to stay away from it. I haven't traded any yet, so there's no point to jumping in there. I guess a play is a play at the end of the day, but I'm trading a lot on my TFSA, and TFSA doesn't allow you to trade the OTC anyway. So that's what I got there, a little bit of information. Again, if you like my videos, you like my technical analysis, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Obviously, if you have any questions, always invited. Comment below, send me an email or a DM anytime. All right, guys, we'll talk to you tomorrow.